welcome back to Marta from Sparta. In this episode, we will make something super adorable and super cute. And I know I'm repeating myself, you guys know I really do love chickens, and I have 4 silky chickens myself. They are very docile, they are very fun and cuddly. We cuddle with them a lot. And today I want to make kitchen mittens which gonna look like chickens. It's very detail oriented project. It will require some hand sewing and some machine sewing as well. So it's kind of combination of both. But overall, it's a lot of tiny designs and tiny pieces which we have to put for our chicken. So please be prepared. What I love about this project, as well as the mittens which we made, is that you have to get creative. You have to put the color team together. You have to design it. It's not just simply like cutting out pattern and just following the pattern. I mean, it does. If you want to make one color mittens chicken, then yeah, that's absolutely fine. You can do that. But if you want to be more creative and make something very colorful or unique, then you have to get your creative juices going to zhuzh up your chickens a little bit. And I like mine to be very colorful, so I'm gonna try to make 2. I'm kind of on the time crunch, so we will see. I will definitely make 1, but if I'm gonna cut out pieces for 2 mittens, then I might make 2 different colors to show you. So I will be making that mittens first time on the video. I'm gonna be making it as I go and exploring this pattern and everything about it with you guys. So I'm gonna give you my honest feedback. I do not know if this pattern is good and fun and easy or not yet. I just cut out my pieces, and the pattern comes with 2 booklets, which it's part 1 and part 2 to follow this pattern. And it's very specific about how you're gonna cut everything. It's very specific about every detail. So he also even said, before you're gonna cut out your fabrics, please read design. So I did read design, and I had to admit that I had to read it twice to actually kind of understand this. So I did cut out all pieces for my chicken number 1, and I want this mitten to match the double oven mitten which I made in previous video. So I want to cut out 1 more, which gonna be more like on the pinkier side, and the only thing I didn't do is to cut the batting. And the batting doesn't have to be exact shape and size of your pattern, because after you're gonna done quilting, batting a little bit usually stretches and moves, so you're gonna have to cut it around the edges anyway. So I have tons of batting to cut, and we're gonna have to do some quilting. So let's get started, guys. So I did cut out everything, and I attached the batting. So batting not going to all pieces, and we're not gonna quilt all pieces. It seems like chicken body will be quilted, and bottom and the wing will be quilted. So we're gonna quilt those pieces first, and then we're gonna start to put our chicken together. And it seems like I do have enough batting to make another chicken, so I might actually keep going and making 2 chickens at the same time. Alrighty, and after half an hour or even more doing quilting on all these tiny pieces. It's finally done, and we are ready to approach to next step, which means that we have to take both inner wing and the wing which we're going to be outside, and stitch them together. So what we need to do, it is to put right sides together and stitch them, and we're gonna flip them over right after that. I just have to see if that's actually the case, but I think that's what we should do. And then we're gonna flip them like this. So my wings are ready. I had to attach them like that, and according to the directions, now we have to attach wings to our chickens. I am very excited. So we will see what's that gonna do, because I am very, very curious how we're gonna also close that and what's generally gonna happen. But for now, we're just attaching the front wings to each of the side of our chickens. I stitched my pockets into both sides of the chickens. Next step, you guys gonna have to stitch the beak together. And if you don't have a skills on sewing machine to deal with something tiny like this, you can hand stitch it. That's what I did. I hand stitched it and I flipped it inside out like that. And I also stitched his comb, right? And I'm gonna flip it right now, but I did tiny notches right when the comb has the curves, so it's gonna keep its nice shape when I'm gonna flip this inside out. So we're still gonna have this nice, maybe not comby kind of shape. Snow is falling and it's getting dreamier and dreamier outside. It's going to be beautiful Christmas weather. But back to our chicken. So I don't know how it's called. It's kind of like a stuffing you can buy in Joann's. So what you need to do right now, stuff the comb right like that. Make it nice. And where's my needle? I just had it. I probably dropped it somewhere. And stitch it on top of it, a little bit raunchy, just like that, to get your comb ready. And I'm still looking for, I just had my needle literally prepared for that. Oh, there you go. So that's the part when you're going to have to do a hand stitching. And I'm gonna do very quickly in front of you guys. So this is basically, that's what you need to do. That's it, right? And then you're gonna close it. That's what we're getting. Then you're gonna actually close it back, and that's how our comb gonna look like. As far as the beak goes, we're gonna do something similar to it, except we're not going to like make it really raunchy on the bottom. So we're just gonna stuff it a little bit. Maybe that's too much, and just stitch it on top, just to close it. We're not gonna do anything raunchy. We just want to close it to prevent stuffing from coming out. And that's it. Okay. There is a tiny notch on both of our chickens, but we're gonna use only one. And that's where we're gonna place our beak, right over here on the notch, facing to the inside of our chicken, and we're going to stitch it to the one side of the chicken. It doesn't have to be two. Then we're gonna do the same thing with our comb, and then we're gonna go to the step where we're gonna close our chickens when actually both of those gonna be facing down, because we're gonna flip the chicken. We're gonna attach beak and the comb, we have to make a tail. And it's up to you if you want to make a tail from one of those fabrics, which we already have over here. I don't want to spend my time on making a tail, so I'm just gonna use the thinnest bias tape I have in my supplies, and I'm gonna make a chicken tail using the bias tape. I also think that my design is already very busy, so I will probably use the bias tape to kind of tone it down and calm everything down a little bit. So it's going to be same idea. You're gonna cut few folded half if you are using bias tape, if you're making your own bias tape, and you're gonna everything is attached to the one side of the chicken. And as far as the tail goes, I attach different lengths, and I'm gonna stitch it over here and trim it excess, but I didn't want it, her tail to be exactly same length. I just went to see my girls because it's snowing, to see how they're doing. Some of them actually don't like the snow and hide in the coop until the snow melts. So I brought them some snacks, and their tails are not even. So I attached the bias tape and made it really uneven lengths. So it's gonna have nice variety and it's gonna look more fun. And I'm gonna just stitch it right over here, trim the excess, and that's going to be it as far as attaching this tiny elements. And the thing's getting a little bit more complicated right now because I'm even confused myself. So as a starter, you had to stitch only up to the half of the chicken. So you stitch all around here, you go all the way here, tail, and right over here when it's actually you see those pockets. And now you're gonna have to connect those two pockets with an opening on top. And then I have to figure out how we actually gonna put it together with the chicken. What I have to say, it's getting very like thicker and thicker right now and more details. So she even says in the directions, those stitches over here going to be very challenging, and indeed they were. I made it and I'm glad nobody gonna see them because they're gonna be so inside. After we stitch that, we just getting something like that. I stitched it a few times on each side so it's gonna actually stay strong when we're gonna try to flip it. That's our chicken right now, and this is in the middle. So now we have to put right sides together, okay? And we're gonna stitch it all around, and we're gonna flip the chicken through this opening, which will be very challenging. It's getting very thick right now, and it's more and more details, and the chicken is stuffed with a lot of fun stuff. So now we're stitching all around, and then we're gonna flip the chicken through this opening. So remember, right sides together, you're gonna match your notches, and we're gonna stitch it. And after stitching, we're gonna flip the chicken, and we're gonna have this big opening here. And this is hand stitching, but before you're gonna do that, we're gonna use a little bit more of this stuffing, and we will stuff our chicken's neck, and we will generally stuff this section a little bit, okay? Not too much because you still want it to be, you know, a nice mitten. And that's going to be our chicken. When you're gonna be stuffing this, make sure that it's nice, very even, so it lines really nicely. And yeah, and I will show you final results when I'm gonna stitch the belly. And I don't know, maybe I'm gonna put some... And here we are. Are you ready for the big reveal? My cute chicken mitten is ready, and I'm gonna make another one. I'm gonna make a wife for this very handsome boy. And look at this. That's very adorable chicken mitten, and it's actually going to match this. So I think this is super cute gift idea. I can't get over it how cute it is. So overall it took me, well, 5 hours to make it, but with little breaks here and there. And it came out amazing. I don't regret any minute. I really enjoy it, and I think the next one gonna take me less time, and I'm gonna make it faster because now I know all mistakes and errors. And I think it's like beyond adorable. I think especially for the chicken lover like me, I'm sorry, my hair is messed up. It's just like, I am so stunned how cute it is. So I'm making another one, and my basic sewing thoughts is it's not a beginner level project. It was a lot of tiny details and things which were involved. It was challenging. It was really, really hard to go around those detailed tiny section. Then you have to hand stitch the middle, the belly of the chicken. Overall, it's because it's so small, it's actually harder to get around with a sewing machine. It was worth my time. I really, really like it. I think it's gonna put a lot of smiles on the faces when someone gonna see it.
And hey, if you have expensive taste like me and you want to keep your bank account happy as well, this is the right place for you. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week.